Creating really great content and doing it consistently can feel, well, pretty much impossible sometimes. But what if there was a way to totally change the game? Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful system that can transform your content creation from this painful, artistic struggle into a predictable, manageable science.
Oh, you know the feeling, right? That blank page just staring back at you. The pressure to publish something, anything, is just constantly building. And you're always on the hunt for that next great idea. It's this brutal cycle of stress, writer's block, and just total burnout that, let's be honest, most of us know all too well. We call it the content treadmill, and it is absolutely exhausting.
But what if I told you there's a way to step off that treadmill for good? A real method to produce high-quality stuff on a regular basis without just sitting around waiting for inspiration to magically strike. Let's dig into how we can actually make that happen.
So this is where most of us live. We treat every single article like it's a brand new masterpiece that has to be painfully crafted from nothing. Now, this approach isn't just inefficient, it's completely unpredictable. I mean, some weeks you're on fire, right? The ideas just flow, and other weeks, crickets, nothing. That inconsistency, that's the real enemy of growth. Okay, so here's the pivot. The crucial part is making a fundamental shift in your mindset. We've got to stop thinking of ourselves only as artists and start thinking a lot more like engineers. Now, this isn't about sacrificing creativity, not at all. It's about building a reliable process around that creativity.
This slide right here just nails the difference. On one side, you have the artist, who kind of waits for the muse to show up, which leads to these totally unpredictable bursts of work. The engineer, on the other hand, builds a system. They design a machine, with clear inputs and, more importantly, predictable outputs. That right there is the key to scaling your content.
And this quote just perfectly captures the whole idea. Your goal isn't just to write an article, it's to build the machine that writes the articles. Seriously, letting that sink in, it's a total game changer.
So the big question is, how do we actually build this machine? Well, we can use AI to create what's basically a content assembly line. And look, this is not about replacing the human, it's about supercharging our own abilities and letting us focus our creativity where it actually matters the most.
All right, here's what that assembly line looks like, broken down into 4 pretty simple steps. First, you provide the strategy. That's the topic and the keywords. This part is where your human expertise is absolutely vital. Second, you feed that strategy to an AI to instantly whip up a really comprehensive SEO-optimized outline. Think of the hours of structuring you just saved. Third, the AI takes that outline and produces a solid first draft. And finally, this is the most important part, the human touch. You come in to refine it, to edit, to add your own unique voice and stories, and to fact-check everything before you hit publish.
Now, to get this workflow humming, you're going to need the right tools. We're talking about crafting custom AI prompts that are tailored exactly to what you need. It could even mean using automation platforms, something like Make.com, to connect all the different steps together. And of course, you'll be using powerful generative AI assistants, your ChatGPTs or Claudes, for the heavy lifting of that initial draft.
So, after all this, what's the end result? Well, the payoff is a complete transformation of your role. You're not just a writer anymore, stuck on that treadmill. You actually become the architect of your very own content engine. And in the process, you get back the one resource you can never make more of, your time.
And the potential output? It is staggering. I mean, with a system like this up and running, producing 30 high-quality articles in 30 days, that becomes a predictable outcome. It's not some impossible fantasy anymore. That's the real power of building a machine. This right here is your new job description. Your main focus shifts from the tiny task of writing one sentence to the big-picture strategy of designing, managing, and always improving the system that does the writing. You start working on your business, not just in it.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. The tools are here. The strategy is here. The only thing left to decide is which role you want to play. Do you want to stay on the treadmill, or are you ready to become the architect of your own content assembly line? The choice is yours.